the land of Ararat, legendary resting place of Noah's Ark, and for thousands of years, the heart of the Armenian homeland. At its peak in 95 BC, the borders of Armenia thrust across the entire Middle East. The king who united this empire of 25 million people was Tigranes the Great. By the year 287 AD, the Armenians became the first Christian nation in the world, with Ashken, the first Christian queen in history. The church Echmiadzin was built in 301 AD and has been the seat of Armenian religious life for 1,600 years. In 451 AD, General Vartan Mamikonyan was already fighting for religious freedom. But in the 13th century, the Ottoman Turks invaded and occupied Armenia, and finally in 1915, they marched 1.5 million Armenians into the Syrian desert to be exterminated. But a handful of stubborn Armenians from the town of Musa stood their ground to resist the Turkish army. They rose from the blood and thunder of battle to create what the world has come to know as the 40 Days of Musa.
It would be much better for all of us if you returned to Germany.
Dr. Lipsius, what an honor to see you. What did that German fool want?
He was the same old bore. Seems he and his fellow missionaries don't like the way we're treating the Armenians.
What did you say to him?
I told him his reports of atrocities were exaggerated. Then I advised him back to Germany. Incidentally, we only have a few minutes before Morgenthau is due. Let's go over the progress report.
Yes. It's very good. In Sebastia, the entire population is on its way out. Also, those from Harpert are being marched down the Euphrates River now. But our biggest successes have been in Karin, Mush, and Zeytun. All Armenians from those areas have been totally relocated.
Relocated.
By April, no one will remember what an Armenian is or even care.
If we lose this war, Talat, all the countries in our empire will be returned to national rule. The Armenians will want their country back just like all the others. If that happens, we lose the entire eastern third of Asia Minor.
The Germans can't afford to let that happen in Verpasha. They provide us with too much money and equipment for us to lose.
Some Germans are calling us the sick man of Europe.
Let them call us what they want. They know damn well, as long as we control the Dardanelles, they need us. It's more than we need them.
The American ambassador is here, sir.
We appreciate this visit, Mr. Morgenthau. It's an honor to have such an illustrious guest.
Can we dispense with the formalities, sir?
Certainly. I forget you Americans are much more straightforward than we Asiatics. Please sit down.
I prefer standing. I won't be long.
As you like. So, to what do we owe this visit?
I think you know. We've discussed this before.
Mr. Morgenthau, men such as you and I have more important things to talk about.
Reports keep crossing my desk about atrocities so hideous I cannot believe them.
From Lepsius, no doubt.
The American government does not go on hearsay, sir. These verified reports claim that over 1 million Armenians have been murdered and thousands more die daily.
Minister of the Interior, I must protest. Your accusations are outrageous. And you're meddling in the internal affairs of our country. This Armenian situation is a simple matter of relocation for their safety until the war is over. There has been absolutely no undue harshness.
No undue harshness. Well, this just fell into our hands. It is dated 4 months ago. To all military leaders and governors, in the event that we must forge a new alliance with our Turkish brothers to the east, the Armenians and their country will stand in our way. That problem must be eliminated. Therefore, the deportation of the entire Armenian population is justified and all resistance must be punished by death. Signed, Alma Bey, Minister of War, Talat Pasha, Minister of the Interior.
Where did you find this?
What difference does it make?
Come, Mr. Morgenthau. An intelligent man like you falling for such fakery.
What about this? fakery? This mass grave was dug up by German and American missionaries. These fakeries were taken by German officers assigned to your army units. My God, we've even had reports that your troops are fornicating with corpses.
Lies! Fabrications! You should check your sources more carefully, Mr. Ambassador.
I don't understand your concern, Mr. Morgenthau. You're a Jew. These Armenians are Christians. We've treated the Jews perfectly well. Why are you bothering with them?
I am not here as a Jew, sir. I am here as the American ambassador. My country is outraged at what you are doing to the Armenians, not because they are Christians or because you are Mohammedans or because I am a Jew. We are outraged because you violate every concept of civilized humanitarian behavior. How do you ever expect to be accepted by the civilized world with this barbarism behind you? I don't understand it. The Armenians have always been the cultural and financial backbone of the Ottoman Empire. And
Let
yet
us understand one thing, Mr. Morgenthau. We are the backbone of our country. We. And it is we who will forge an alliance that will stretch from the Bosphorus to the borders of China, a pan-Turkic empire with one language and one religion, Turkic. And yes, we will eliminate any people who get in our way.
We've taken up enough of your time, Mr. Ambassador. Your view will be taken under advisement. Please give President Wilson our best. Ambassador. Don't worry about the Armenians. Sir, your photographs.
they are for you, Your Excellencies. We have many more.
Why do we tolerate this son of a bitch?
By tolerating him, we found out that our enemies are trying to build a human rights case against us. Therefore, if the Armenians are gone,
Just a few villages here and there. And then we move down near the border to Musa and push the remaining Armenians down to the Syrian desert.
So you think Musa Dagh is the most beautiful place in the world?
For me, it's always been so.
I think you love this mountain more than you love me.
Only a fool could love a mountain more than a woman like you.
And you're a fool.
You know, I used to run through these mountains when I was a young boy, which was wonderful. I'm also the first of my family to have left.
You make up for it by visiting every year.
I certainly do.
Mama, Papa, look up here.
Stephen! Stephen, come down here before you fall. In Paris, he was so cultured. After only a month here, he's become like a mountain man. Even carries a rifle.
Paris, he was French. Here he's learning what it's like to be an Armenian. Don't grudge him that.
Father, I found the cave.
And?
Look, there might be more.
I'm sure. You know, some museum in Europe might display these coins, and the sign below them will read, "Found by Stephen Bagradian."
Can we stay in Musa a little longer?
You've been out of school long enough. We're going back to Paris.
Then Father and I will stay.
Oh, the little half-breed is independent. Just remember, part of you belongs to me. And that half is French.
But I like it here. There's a school in the village, and I have more friends here than back at home. Can I stay? Please?
If we did that, we'd never get you back to civilization. You're going back to Paris with us, and that's that.
I should really send you both to Switzerland. With this endless war going on, we'd both be safer that way. Get going. There's a lot to do.
Can I continue packing?
Yes. For all of us.
Wonderful.
Dad! Dad, hurry! He tried to steal your bag, and I stopped him.
I was looking just for some French tobacco. He has guts for his age.
Give me your rifle, son.
I'm glad you're a reasonable man. Bravo! Claro!
Excellent discipline. For deserters.
I learned the discipline of Balkan Wars. Under your command, Captain Bakradian.
Who are you? I don't recognize you.
Kilikian. Of course, I was just a private then. But I was very proud to serve under one of the Bakradians. Besides, who doesn't know the famous Bakradians throughout the empire? Import, export, Constantinople, Vienna, Paris, New York.
What happened to you? Why are you hiding like this?
I was in the army till 5 months ago. All the Armenians in my battalion were disarmed and sent to the work camps. Me and the others realized that something very strange was happening. So we went home to get our families.
Your families are with you?
Not mine. I couldn't make it home in time to save them from relocation. Now we all live up in the mountains, in caves and rock shelters.
How terrible.
Yes, lady, but we're still alive. You really don't know what's going on, do you?
Kilikian, my villa is open to you and your men.
No, thank you. We don't want to be spoiled.
Can you use this? Can you find ammunition for it?
We live off the land, you know.
Take the bag too.
Am I missing something?
Yes, Juliet. But so am I. And when I find out what's happening, we'll all know, right?
Right.
Let's go. Race you home.
Chief is waiting for you.
Jamal?
Yes, sir. He's on the patio.
Come, Jamal's here. Jamal.
Gabriel, my friend. It's nice to see you.
Wonderful to see you.
And the beautiful Madame Juliet.
Hello, Jamal. Nice to see you.
Stephen, my boy. Stephen, you grow bigger and bigger every year that I see you.
Jamal, your deputy, Ali Nassif, said to me that you had gone to Constantinople. Is that right?
Yes, Gabriel, I did.
Well, why are we all standing here? You know that my house is always open to you. Come.
Gabriel, my friend, I would like to speak to you alone, if I may. Please.
All right. Sterling, can you get us something to drink or something?
Certainly.
Madame.
Come, Stephen.
Well? You're a traveled man, Gabriel. You know the world. There are lots of things I don't understand.
What's the problem, Jamal?
All my life, I thought the only difference between Turk and Armenian was religion. I never thought of us as being different races. Not until these last few months.
Well, there's no reason for us to change the way we feel about one another just because of that.
Before your family built the trade up in these villages, we were starving. Turk and Armenian alike. My grandparents told me that. And your family has always been generous.
Tell me what you need, Jamal, and you've got it.
No, Gabriel. This time it is I who can help you. The governor's reserve contingent is taking over the law enforcement in Musa. The order came today.
And what will the governor do?
Disarm the Armenians. Everybody will be relocated into the Syrian desert. A lot of us Turks have lived with you in peace, Gabriel. We don't want this.
I know, Jamal. I know.
Excuse me. Jamal, would you like a drink? You know we're having our farewell party tomorrow. We expect you and your wife.
No, thank you, Madame Juliette. I must get back on duty.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing important.
You're scaring me with all this secrecy, Gabrielle.
Look, Juliet, I'm going to get our passports tomorrow. By day after, we could be on a Greek freighter headed home.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Simone and his children volunteered to help with the party preparations.
Simon!
So nice to see you. Always.
Come inside. Come along, everybody.
So, you're going to Antioch to try to get your passports back. Good luck.
A lot has happened in the last few days, Simon. I'm glad you came.
If you don't have to tell me.
Simon, none of the crops came in this year. How much food could we gather? I mean, how long could all the people survive?
A month, perhaps. It's a strange question for a man who's leaving.
How many guns are there in Musa?
I suspect every family has a few hunting rifles.
Nothing more?
How should I know?
Well, you're the gunsmith.
I'm also the blacksmith, the locksmith. All right. I see a Mauser and a carbine now and then. They bring all their old hardware to me to fix.
Mausers and carbines? How many? I have to know, Simon.
We have 300 Mausers, over 100 carbines. They're left over from the 1908 revolution. The Young Turk Party passed them out and forgot to pick them up when they took power. Not many people know about them. Fewer even know where they're hidden.
Ammunition, too?
Enough. And they're in perfect shape, Gabrielle. I dig them up myself every year and go over them one by one. I oil them and wrap them in goat skins. We're a couple of old soldiers, Gabrielle. Well, the secret is out. I knew those old Mausers would be used again.
In the meantime, let's all get a good night's sleep.
Oh, I haven't slept in a bed since my wife died 7 years ago. Oh, I take my jug of wine and my bugle and go out into the orchard. I drink a little bit. I blow a few cavalry charges, just so she'll know I'm still thinking about her. Then I sleep under a tree. So you go to bed. I'm going to walk under the stars.
Good night, son. A gift from Paris.
What's this?
Oh, I just thought you might enjoy them. My name is Gabriel Bergradian, and I'd like to see the governor.
He's busy.
Yes, well, actually, I'm just here to pick up my passport.
Wait here.
Probably should have thought about that myself. Wish I had the money. I'm here for the same reason you are. Only I've been here for hours. He hasn't moved once. Not even to go to the toilet has he moved. Maurice Durant. Only don't let the name fool you. I'm traveling under an American passport.
Gabriel Bergradian. How does a Frenchman come to travel with an American passport?
Well, actually, I'm half Greek and half French, but American. I was born in Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Never heard of it.
Well, until the last couple of weeks, I hadn't heard a whole lot about Musa Dagh either.
I was just joking. So what's a French Greek from Milwaukee doing in this part of the world?
I'm a journalist. I was unlucky enough to cross paths with a corporal in the Turkish army who didn't like my looks. He confiscated my passport along with some other things.
You can go in now.
Oh, lucky man.
C'est la vie.
You know, I really just wish that that corporal hadn't confiscated my wallet as well as my passport, because you and I could... Mr. Bureaucrat, I'm an American citizen, and I demand that you give my passport back to me!
Nothing! You better come up with good story, my stupid American friend. Because what you are doing, American or not, is still espionage, huh?
Come in. What do you want, Bergradian?
I've come to collect my passport, Effendi. It's never been held up this long before.
Times have never been the same.
I come to Musa Dagh every year, Governor. But I do spend most of my time in Europe.
We are well aware of your activities.
And I'm not accustomed to the deprivation of my freedoms.
Distinguished service in the Balkan Wars. Captain in the Turkish artillery. Very impressive.
Why aren't you with your unit?
If I'm needed, they know where to find me.
You're a soldier on leave. There are no passports for people with your status.
My wife and son carry French passports.
I know. They are considered Turkish subjects.
They are French.
When can I expect their passports?
I might be able to get it for them in a few days.
They're planning on leaving tomorrow.
I said a few days.
I understand how expensive this war is, Governor. And I'm prepared to contribute to the war effort.
Just a minute. You are bribing the governor of a Turkish province?
Pardon me, Effendi. But the passport tax has been accepted every year since I can remember.
Who do you think I am, Bagration? Some cheap desk clerk?
I know who you are, Effendi. I just want to know your price.
Shut up! Get out of here, Bagration. Get out before I have you arrested. You Armenians think you can do anything with your goddamn money. Now get out! Money won't do you any good with a noose around your neck. Osman! Osman!
Gabriel, where'd they go?
Badly.
I didn't do so well either.
Do you have a place to stay?
Clothes, money.
What were you taking pictures of?
So-called Armenian relocation.
Relocation?
Mm-hmm. Relocation, deportations, all the same.
I'm going to teach that bastard how to respect the Turk. I swear, Osman, in a few days, I'm going to show him how.
I have a feeling they're not going to be very happy when they develop that film. They probably will charge me with espionage. I'm going to have one hell of a story when I get back to the States.
If you get back to the States. Come home with me. You can plan your escape from there.
You serious?
Yes, I am. You know, my wife is really going to love me now. First, I invite a deserter to the villa, and now I'm bringing home a spy. Come on.
You said villa. You meant villa. What's going on?
Our going away party.
Do you think there might be some place I can clean up before...
Garo, see to it that Mr. Durand is made comfortable.
Yes, sir.
Take your time. You'll find some brandy in the living room.
Thank you.
Yes, I remember last year.
Oh, really? All right, that's why. Oh,
That was unusual. get the passports?
No, not even with the tax money.
Gabriel.
We'll talk about it later. Let's go meet people now.
Thank you.
Hello, Mr.
Doctor, how are you?
Bravo. Please, continue.
Forgive me for staring, but I have been taken by surprise a number of times today. First by the Turks, then by the charm of this villa. Now by you. Excuse me, my name is Maurice Durand.
You're French. What a pleasure. I'm Juliette Begradian.
Well, actually, I'm an American, but my father was French. I was born in the States.
It's been a long time since this piano has been played so expertly.
I'm flattered, but it's just a hobby.
Oh. And your profession?
Writer, photographer, traveler, and appreciator of beauty.
Mr. Durand, you are welcome here. Do come and meet some of my other guests. Please.
Thank you.
Go get the doctor.
Come. Can you walk?
Doctor. Excuse me.
inside, quickly.
You can walk.
All right. Get him inside, quickly. He's going into shop. All right. All right, inside. Yes.
There's no more orphans, Simon. There's no more orphanage in Zaytoun.
What happened to them, Aram?
Gone. Crushed into the earth like so much garbage.
Excuse me. Excuse me, please, but you must allow me to administer to these ladies. All right.
Go on, Aram.
They were getting us out of the war zone for our own safety. We were nowhere near the war. Only Armenians were relocated. And the Turkish peasants were allowed to take our land and our homes. Though the war was no danger to them. They came and got people in the middle of the night. Waited until we were far enough out of town so that the screams couldn't be heard. Then the whips started cracking. We walked day and night, God only knows how long, without a break. The ones that couldn't make it were left behind at first. Then came that first shot. And suddenly we knew they didn't just want us off our lands. They wanted us all dead. By the fourth night, we still hadn't eaten. The Turks stuffed themselves with food they stole from our farms. Tossed the scraps into the dirt, taunting the children. The rest of us could do nothing while we watched the soldiers drag off our friends, one by one. Young girls were raped. The young boys were raped and then castrated.
Bastard Turks.
Most of the men of fighting age were already murdered on the work battalions. What can we do with women, children, and the old?
No one is blaming you, Aram. No one.
After a few days, most of the people were gone. Over half died of starvation, exposure, dehydration. But most were killed outright. And then they came for Karun. I tried to stop them. It was too much for the already delirious children. And they panicked and ran into the night. They started shooting the children. They trampled them. They burned their bodies. The rest of us were forced to march all that night. We came upon a river, and we knew that if we tried to drink, they'd shoot us. And sure enough, they started firing. The four of us hid behind some bushes. The rest of our people weren't so lucky. We waited until it was safe, and then we began walking. God only knows for sure how long before those farmers picked us up and brought us here.
Nurse. I got you to the Swiss embassy at Aleppo. Would that be safe?
Be a lot safer than I am here.
I'll give you 2 escorts to take you through the mountains. Will you take Juliet and Stephen with you?
Of course I will.
I'll make the arrangements. Thank you. I am deeply troubled, Dagh. I need to speak with you. I need your advice. Yesterday on the mountain, I met a deserter. He told me that Armenians in the Turkish army were being isolated and shot.
That would be Kalikian.
When I returned home, Jamal was here. He told me to get my family out of Turkey because the army was coming. And today I was refused our passports, even though I offered twice the usual bribe. And at the governor's office, I met this man, Maris. He talked about deportations and murders and relocations. Now Simon's people come and tell us about the horror and degradation that is being inflicted on our people. And nobody here seems to take it seriously.
Gabriel, getting excited would only cause panic. Everyone knows that up till now we've been isolated and left alone. It's true. Our leaders, artisans and intellectuals in Constantinople are being arrested or executed.
Executed?
All Armenian businesses and properties confiscated.
But now they're coming for us, Father. Don't people realize what's going to happen? I mean, the Turks are doing things to us now that the Sultans never even dared. I'd like you to call a meeting tomorrow with all the leaders of the village.
Gabriel, you don't know your own people. They haven't been taught to fight, to resist.
Then it's about time they learned, Father. or against me.
I realize it was time you found out. This government policy of exile and relocation means massacre. The order comes from Constantinople. I didn't say anything before because I was hoping we would be spared. But that hope is over. Gabriel.
We have only a few days before the governor gets here. His job is to hand us over to a contingent of the Fourth Army for us to be deported to the Syrian desert. Their real aim, as we now know, is to exterminate us. The question before us is, what are we going to do?
We can cross the mountains to Aleppo and put ourselves under the protection of the foreign embassies.
Maybe the French in Cyprus can be notified. They may help.
We haven't got time for maybes and miracles, Mayor.
What do you suggest?
There's only one way for all of us. Resistance.
We're not soldiers. We're farmers. Resist? How?
If we're gonna die, I know how I plan to. And I won't be like a beggar on his knees. If you're gonna die, do it fighting instead of being treated like a deprived animal.
Why should we die at all? Why?
My name is Kalikian. The father and Bakradian know me. The captain is right. The only way to survive is to resist.
We can't do it here in your villages. You'll be butchered here for sure.
What do you mean?
We should go up there, to the mountain.
The mountain?
Musa Dagh.
Yes, Musa Dagh.
Kilikian's right. There's only two ways up that mountain. One from the front, the other the seaside trail. We have a secret arsenal of arms, of guns and ammunition. Enough for everyone out here. If we can take what we have up to that mountain, food, clothes, medicines, tents, and all the guns you can lay your hands on, we can resist.
Armed resistance against the military power? Christ tells us not to rebel against authority, not to fight evil with evil. My first duty is to the gospel. Resistance is killing, and the Bible's clear on that.
I speak for most of the women. We've all lived in fear for a long time, even if we don't talk about it. Now, if you men are so cowardly that you want to throw yourself over to the mercy of the Turks, then you stay. We women will take up arms and we will go up to Musa Dagh to fight! To fight!
There are only two choices for us. Die here for sure, or take a chance and fight from that mountain.
I must excuse myself from this meeting.
Think of your children, Pastor. Think of your daughters.
It's his faith, Gabriel. God be with you. Now that we've all decided, and if Gabriel will accept, he will be our leader.
Thank you. Thank you for your trust. Now go home and pack. Tell everybody. Take everything with you. Anything you can fight with. Simon will be in charge of retrieving the hidden guns. We will leave tomorrow night as quietly as possible. And we need your blessings, Father.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Gabrielle? It's late.
Very late.
Come to bed.
I've got to talk to you, Juliet.
What's wrong? We're not leaving?
I'm not going. You and Stephen are leaving tomorrow. Maris and 2 guides will take you to Aleppo.
What about you? Gabrielle, I'm not leaving without you.
Yes, you are.
I can't.
Durant, I'm gonna unload the cart. Madam is not leaving. If you want to, you can go now.
Well, what do you think of that? Madam is not leaving. Guess that means the both of us are going to stay.
Let's go. Ali, I want you to tell me what the hell is going on in Musa Dagh.
People have gone to the mountains, sir.
Why did you not stop them?
These few men.
Who are these people?
These are the Protestants that stayed behind.
Tell me, old man, why did your people go up to the mountain?
They were afraid, Effendi.
Afraid? From what? Do you suppose that swine Bagration had anything to do with this?
Please, Effendi. My people did no wrong. They meant you no harm.
Good. Then you won't mind sharing your women with me and my troops for a few days.
Please, Effendi. I promised my people that you would show them mercy.
You're even a bigger idiot than those on the mountain. Bring these women to the Bagration villa. We'll set up headquarters there.
Gabriel?
Yes.
I would like to be able to help. I just don't know exactly how.
Why didn't you leave for Aleppo when you had the chance? No. I suppose I rather like the idea of being an eyewitness to history. Death-defying feats. Seriously, what can I do? You're a journalist, Maris. That's why you're in this part of the world, isn't it? Do your job, and maybe someday people will know what happened here. We all contribute what we know best. Well, I hope that history is kind to us. I hope so, too. Maris, get yourself a gun. Could save your life.
I think I will add you all to my harem. Osman.
Yes, Effendi?
Soon, this villa will be mine. Harder, harder! Osman,
Yes, Effendi?
have the troops been taken care of?
Yes, Effendi.
Good. It is important we make our troops happy. Come here. How old are you?
19, Your Excellency.
Go upstairs. I'll be up shortly. Yeah. At least the minister's God has good taste in women. Yeah.
Are we really gonna be scouts?
That's what I heard. We'll be the forward observers. Some of the other boys will pull guard duty. We'll even carry guns.
Now let us all thank the Lord for our first full day on Musa Dagh.
Deliver us, O Lord, from a spirit of narrowness, of bitterness, or of prejudice. Teach us to recognize the gifts of thy grace in all those who call upon thee with one honest heart. Unite us in love and in truth. Amen.
May God bring blessings to all our days on this mountain of Moses. And may God have mercy on all those who stayed behind. May God be with you.
Sorry to disturb you.
No, that's all right. I was just thinking.
Would you like to tell me about it?
I was thinking about my life. I was thinking about my family. About whether I'm right in calling all these people here.
I would be embarrassed to tell you about my thoughts. The good ones are always interrupted by nightmares.
Jerome, don't let your nightmares make a bitter person out of you. Try to feel, try to salvage some tenderness.
How? I don't even remember how many of them raped me. I hate and I've never hated before. I want vengeance, but God tells us not to have vengeance in our hearts. He tells us to love our enemies, but I can't. I'm afraid I've lost my soul. I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed for coming to you, but I wanted to talk to you. I want you to know that I feel safe when I'm near you.
I just wish there's something I could do.
Have. Just being here has given me back some of the dignity I lost up there.
Day 6, top of the mountain, Musa, Dagh. This is where the Armenians will make their stand. It may be their last. I've traveled half a world to cover a war, to witness history. And now I've become part of that history, an Armenian in spirit. I'll share their destiny, their fate. Talk about irony.
The governor's on his way.
And he has a machine gun.
You understand what I said? Now go up there and get those people down. It shouldn't take you more than a few hours. I'll be at the villa. Now get going!
I want you to understand this clearly. No one is to fire until I give the signal.
The Turks are coming.
Right. Pelican, get the men and meet me at the Baroto Pass.
believe this. I just can't believe this. They got most of my men, rifles, ammunition, and the machine gun. How?
Bagradian, sir.
Bagradian! I must put a stop to this. I must kill that man. You, go cable Constantinople. Call it a major insurrection in Musa Dagh. Request help. Tell them to send mountain artillery. Now get going.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Jamal, I'm going to show you how to deal with your Armenian friends. Bring me the minister and his family.
But they have nothing to do with the people on the mountain.
I don't give a damn.
They've never harmed any Turks. I know, I was raised with them.
Shut up! I am well aware of your friendship with these Armenian dogs. I know you. I have given you an order. Now do it!
We have some dead, and we have some wounded. But we survived the first battle! Today, for the first time, we let the governor know that Armenians will not allow themselves to be slaughtered. That we are prepared to shed blood in the defense of our homes and our lands and our families. That we will fight to the bitter end. We will never surrender!
Bagradian! Bagradian! Look at your people! That's how we deal with them. That's what's going to happen to all of you. Come down. Get your Armenian corpses. Look at your woman. Children. Look at your priest.
Wrong, Dr. Lepsius. Absolutely wrong. This is what the Armenians do. Rebel.
No, they were only defending themselves.
We asked you to return to Germany, Dr. Lepsius.
He did, and brought this situation to the attention of many powerful people.
There has been enough killing already, all over the country. The Armenians, our Musa, Dagh, must be allowed to live. They must!
Be made example of. We're not going to tolerate rebels.
Your Excellencies, as head of the Order of Dervishes, I plead for those on Musa Dagh. Let them go away and settle on a land of their own choosing.
You religious men are all alike. Soft, ignorant.
Herr Wagenheim, as the German ambassador, please exert any influence you may have.
Dr. Lepsius, I cannot interfere in the internal affairs of another country.
Your refusal to stand up on a moral issue will haunt you, Mr. Ambassador. You know very well what is happening here.
Please, Enver Bey. Almost the entire nation of Armenia is already dead. For the future generations of Turks, stop.
This problem will be settled within the week.
And all of your suggestions will be taken under consideration.
That's all, gentlemen. We're busy fighting a war.
Your fanaticism about the Armenians is causing serious problems in Germany, Enver Pasha. You had better settle this Musa Dagh situation quickly.
A division of the 4th Army is on its way to Musa Dagh, commanded by General Hikmet Pasha and Colonel Hauptmann from the German artillery.
Pasha, General Hoffman, our German advisor. General Hoffman and I have been discussing the advantages of scouting the middle slopes for several days before placing the howitzers. Since we don't have to worry about deporting these people, we can supervise the extermination from here in relative comfort. Governor, I guarantee you, one Armenian will come off that mountain alive.
Good. If you gentlemen will join me inside, I suggest we drink to it.
What's the matter?
I was just looking at you.
And?
Thinking about how little time we've spent together lately. something about Stephen, how dangerously he's living?
Juliet, you worry so much about all of us. Not enough about yourself.
How long do we have to stay here, Gabrielle?
I don't know. But I know it's been difficult for you.
I love you. What's that?
Day 12. It all seems so helpless. Is it the fate of this people to suffer so? Men, women, and even children fall. Day after bloody day. There's not even enough medicine for the wounded. With their agonized cries, they seem to be screaming, "We will not be driven from our land. We will not give up." Turks must know that too by now. Fire and death. Battle after battle. The stench of death is everywhere.
Over there. Put him down.
Juliet, go to your tent, please. Get some rest. We can manage.
Please, Doctor,
Please.
Juliet. Walk together.
You look tired.
exhausted.
We've been so busy, we hardly get a chance to see each other.
Maris, you've been staring at me since you arrived.
Didn't think I was that obvious.
Don't worry, I'm flattered. No need to feel embarrassed. But don't keep your hopes up.
I'm a very patient man.
Maris, why did you come up here?
Now, there's still time to get you and Stephen out of here.
Please, Maris. Let's remain friends. Good night.
Perhaps I could go down and talk to the governor. Plead with him! On behalf of these wounded, on behalf of the women and children, to seek some kind of truce, some kind of compromise.
I understand your compassion, Doctor, but you must be mad to even consider it. You'll end up the same as the pastor and his daughters. I will never deliver my people to the governor. Never.
Gabriel is right, forget it. But what can we do? Within a few days, those howitzers will kill us all. I ask you again, what can we do?
Yes, those howitzers are a problem. But that does not mean we hand ourselves over, voluntarily. Think and find a way.
Spare the men to sneak attack.
We'll never work that out. Sheriff has a point. We have things to consider, Jeff.
Good night, Gabriel.
Good night, Dora.
Yes, I'm fine. I understand your burden. The responsibility you've taken on yourself is... Since time is limited, I wanted you to know how I feel about you. I love you for your strength.
Please, Karun.
No, I'm not kidding myself. I know it's an impossibility between you and me. I wanted you to know how I felt.
I know what you're saying, Karun.
Gabriel, I don't want to die like those women and men in the village.
Oh, Karun. We won't talk of dying. Not yet.
It's a blessing from God.
It's a blessing from our boys.
Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you stop them? Next time you leave your post without permission, you will be severely punished. Understand that? Get back to your posts.
You let a bunch of pigs blow up the howitzers last night? How can you be so stupid as to let this happen? Get out. Get out!
I see you're having problems too, General.
You have to find something convincing to explain this to Constantinople.
Gentlemen, please. No need for argument. We are dealing with very intelligent people up there on that mountain. Now we all know it's going to be very difficult to bring them down.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hoffman. But I'll bring them down if I have to strangle every Armenian with my own hands. I'll bring them down.
Use your brains instead of your hands. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We'll wait a while. Let them starve up there. Let them grow weak and sick. We'll be patient so that no one escapes from that damned nest.
Day 29. There's hardly any food left. What little water remains is to clean the wounds of the injured. There is no hope.
Gabriel!
What's the matter?
We caught this man. He killed one of our guards and then tried to steal some food.
One of your men, Kilikian.
Why did you do it?
I was hungry.
So is everybody else.
There's only one way to get food. It's very risky. If a few men can make it undetected down the precarious cliffs, there's fish in the ocean. It's either that or death by starvation. Some of the fishermen volunteer for this suicidal mission. They know if they're spotted by the Turks, they'll be easy targets. But they go anyway. If they make it, there'll be another day. Another battle.
So it's obvious, if you're going to send a runner, you've got to do it now.
Yeah, but it has to be someone who knows the area well. No one knows these mountains any better than my son.
Hike! Hike!
We're sending you on a mission. You're going to Aleppo for help.
I'm going with him.
No, Stephen.
I know the mountain almost as well as Hake.
I said no.
It's a rough journey. You're too young, Stephen.
Too young? Who helped you blow up the howitzers? I'm going with you.
I said no.
Why? Because I'm your son?
Because you can't take orders!
There are roadblocks.
No problem. I already know a way.
You've proven you have a fine mind. Now prove you know how to use it. Come back in one piece.
Hake, the letter I'm going to give you is for the French embassy in Cyprus. But you'll have to deliver it to the American consul in Aleppo. Is that clear? With the letter will be a map showing our location and the Turkish positions around us. It's most important for all of us. You leave tonight. Good luck.
You crazy? I nearly cut your throat. What are you doing here?
I'm going with you.
Like hell.
What are you gonna do? Drag me back to the mountain?
Let's go. Take off. There'll be more soldiers coming. I'll hold them back as long as possible.
You know the mountain better than I do. Shut up and get going. There are people on that mountain waiting for help.
Constantinople is very angry, General. They can't wait any longer. Come in.
Sir, this boy's from the mountain.
So why bring him here? Take him out, shoot him.
We thought you might want to question him. He's claiming this house is his.
Of course. The French shoes. What's your name? Stubborn, huh? No, I know. I know you're good friends with Jamal here. But I want to know who you are from your own mouth. Well? I'm talking to you!
Stephen Bagridian.
Much better. Allah has delivered this boy into my hands. I think I'll interrogate him myself. Then later, he can deliver passports to his father for me. Captain, take him up to my room. Tie him down to my bed.
Yeah, wait outside.
50,000 soldiers motivated like those people up there, and no army in the world could stop me.
Customs are different here, Hoffman.
That's not a man up there, that's...
Go back to Aleppo, Hoffman. For some rest, relaxation. As soon as I get rid of these Armenian pigs, I'll join you in the Turkish baths there.
Yes, I'll do that.
When we get back to Paris, I'm gonna soak in a tub all day until I'm really clean.
The French don't bathe. They just invent great perfumes.
Oh, stop it, Gabrielle.
You're right. I shouldn't be laughing at the French. They're our only hope right now.
Gabriel, come quickly. They need you.
What is it?
Just come quickly, please.
Cheating. Where? Oh my God! Oh my God! Gabriel! What are they doing? Oh my baby! My baby! I want him back! Oh no, no! No, he's not dead! Don't tell me! Oh, how could you? How could I do that to him? Oh! My Stephen! My Stephen! What did they do to my boy? Oh, boy! Oh, I hate him! He's not dead, Stephen! Stephen!
You're a crude animal without any human compassion.
That good.
Hello?
Mr. Duran, how are you?
The question is, how are you?
Can't you tell? The French are coming, you know. Oh, yes. They're civilized. They wouldn't let people live like this. They're coming. They're coming. They are. They are. Why, Maris, circumstances can change.
Juliet, please, no.
Oh, yes. I forgot. Maris doesn't care about Juliet anymore. Fine. If that's the way it is, then fine. Fine.
I have here a cable from Talat Pasha himself. This is what he says. It is the duty of each Turkish soldier to assure the capture of Musa Dagh, our national honor is at stake here. Every man, woman, and every child on that mountain is to be killed.
quick. That means high committed, huh, Simon?
French are here? The French... We must get Stephen off the mountain now. We must go get Stephen.
It's true. And next? Maris. Please take Juliet down to the ship safely.
We get Stephen now. We get Stephen now. Again.
The fog will be moving in very soon. I need that. I've got an appointment.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
No, Simon. You're in charge now. Defend that pass. I'll be back.
Gabriel.
Come, Killican.
My general. My friend. So, your elite troops are going to bring them down from that mountain in 3 days.
I didn't count on that, friend.
And what else do you want me to report to Constantinople?
Oh, if you had done your job properly and delivered to the Armenians like you were supposed to, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Now that you two have failed, you want me to get the blame for it, huh?
A message for you.
Let's go.
badly hurt. Pretty bad. You go on. Those people up there need you. I'll be all right. I'll try to hold them back. Go on. We did save some of the people, didn't we? Yes. Thank you.
He's gone.
It's so sad. We'll never give up. We'll be back no matter how long it takes.
The boats are leaving, so we have to hurry.
All right. Get the rest of them onto the boats. What about you? I have to say goodbye to someone. Let's go!
The 40 Days of Musa Dagh. Soon after the French rescue, more and more horror stories seeped out of the blood-drenched mountains and deserts. But the world didn't care. The attacks continued, and by 1922, Armenia was totally void of Armenians. 25 years later, when his advisors warned him that future generations of Germans would suffer for what he was doing to the Jews, Hitler's reply was, "Nonsense. Who remembers the Armenians today?" Now, 60 years later, out of the ashes and embers, out of the depths of despair, the spirit and faith of these proud people re-emerges to demand their birthright. The eastern one-third of modern-day Turkey is the land of Ararat. It is, and always will remain, the land of the Armenians.